During Prime Minister's questions, Alex Cunningham, the Labour MP for Stockton North, asked a question about child poverty. There was quite a lot of talk yesterday about child poverty and about poverty in general. And let's hear his question.
Mr. Cunningham. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Yeah. Why are 34% of children in my constituency living in poverty? Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's this government that has ensured that across our country 1.7 million fewer people are living in poverty as a result of the actions of this government. Yes, that is true, Mr. Speaker. Not only that, hundreds of thousands fewer children are living in poverty, and income inequality is at a lower level than we inherited from the party opposite. But, Mr. Speaker, we don't want any child to grow up in poverty, and the best way to make sure that that happens.
Now, apparently, during that question, the Home Secretary mouthed something inappropriate, and it's probably worth hearing Alex Cunningham make a point of order a little later in the chamber, explaining what he believed was said and why that was inappropriate. Now, the chair, the deputy speaker, one of the deputy speakers, the Conservative deputy speaker, said that the Speaker of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle, had not heard the expression which Mr. Cleverly apparently had used, and the BBC insists that on careful examination of the camera footage, it couldn't find evidence of James Cleverly saying this, but Alex Cunningham says that the audio is clear and the audio has been examined. Let's hear what Alex Cunningham specifically says, because he puts it into better words than I can.
Point of order, Mr. Cunningham.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. During Prime Minister's questions today, I asked the Prime Minister why 34% of children in my constituency lived in poverty. Before the Prime Minister answered, the Home Secretary chose to add in his pennyworth. Yes, I have contacted his office, advising him I plan to name him, but sadly he's chosen not to be in the chamber. He was seen and heard to say, "Because it's a shithole." I know he is denying being the culprit, but Madam Deputy Speaker, the audio is clear and has been checked and checked and checked again. There is no doubt that these comments shame the Home Secretary, this rotten government and the Tory party. He is clearly unfit for his high office. Can you please advise me how I can secure an apology from the Home Secretary at the dispatch box for his appalling insult and foul language?
I'm grateful to the honourable gentleman for having given me notice that he intended to raise this point of order, and I'm pleased to note that he has informed the Home Secretary of his intention to raise the matter. My understanding is that Mr. Speaker did not... I don't really think people should be talking. My understanding is that Mr. Speaker didn't hear any remark of the kind from the chair at the time when the honourable gentleman was asking his question of the Prime Minister, and I understand that the alleged words were not actually used, though I appreciate what the honourable gentleman says, but I think we all know that it's very difficult in the noisy atmosphere of Prime Minister's questions to discern exactly what someone says. So I can make no judgment here from the chair as to what was or wasn't said, but I can understand the honourable gentleman's concern, and I would remind all honourable members of the need for good temper and moderation in the language they use in this chamber, and that those rules of decency should be observed in particular when referring to other honourable members and to the constituents and constituencies which they represent. The honourable gentleman has asked specifically how he can secure an apology. I'm quite sure that, being an honourable gentleman, if an apology is necessary, it will be issued to the honourable gentleman. but I can make no judgment one way or the other. The honourable gentleman has made his point.
The bottom line is there shouldn't be anywhere in the United Kingdom which can be described as a shithole. We have enough money to care for our people, and we don't. So if we can't look after our own people, and we're so busy trying to explain to the rest of the world how to look after their people, maybe we need to get our own house in order to start with. Secondly, I think there's a matter of honour here. Now, Alex Cunningham was rewarded by being given a 10-minute speech at the end of the day, which was a little laboured, I must say, and dull, and he didn't really have anything specific to say. But when it comes to the issues of child poverty is a sort of economic collateral damage, isn't it? And in the same way that we cannot accept collateral damage in warfare, or we shouldn't accept collateral damage in peacetime either. And a good government should make every effort to ensure that child poverty is eroded and education, proper education, is supported. And education is not about ensuring that teachers can rubber stamp the fact that they've been in a lesson. Education is about ensuring people have learnt. And poverty is ensuring people, and particularly children, are fed and are looked after and are given health care. We have the system. I don't understand why it's not working. Oh, and by the way, I know Stockton North.